It's your boy Fitz, and I'm back with another Fitz Friday. So, we back yet again, another week, another story time, another smoking story time. And actually, as I'm starting the story, I'm gonna be rolling up. So let me go get what I need to get. Make sure you get what you need to get. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you're not already. Because like I say every week, we get big lit over here. You're missing out if the button is still red and not gray. If the bell is not rung, you're just missing out. Like, so if you read that title, then you already know, like, what the fuck is going on this week. We gonna take it back, way back in time, when a nigga was in high school. So it was my sophomore year of high school, right? And we're gonna name my stalker, Desperado. That's what we gonna name my stalker, Desperado. Sophomore year, right? Well, actually, freshman year is where it starts. Desperado was somebody that I guess graduated from my school the year right before I started freshman year. He must have graduated or something like that. But he would frequently like come to our school just to like pop up, see his old teachers, that kind of thing. Like, so that's how we first like came across one another, right? He came into like one of my English classes, and ever since then he was like on my heels, right? So at one point in time I thought about entertaining it, and it wasn't even nothing to that, right? I honestly was just using a nigga because he was spending bread on me. So, you know, back in high school, you think it's so cool and so fat, like so dope that you got somebody that you don't really like, but they willing to do anything to keep your attention. So that's the type of relationship that was initiated between the two of us. He always would like expect more and want more beyond just swiping his Visa or handing over cash. That was never happening. Like, never happening. Not here, there, another life, past life. Never happening. With that being the vibe, it's like, alright, thank you, I'ma head out. Every trip is alright, I'ma head out. It's been real, it's been cool. I got things to do, my friends waiting for me. That type of thing. At one point in time, I was finally like, alright, I can't keep doing this. Like, he's truly in his bag. Like, Desperado would fucking call me non-stop every day. Text me non-stop every day. Like, oh my gosh, please, you be with this nigga, that nigga, you be spending time with these people, that person. Like, why can't I get that time? I always just give you money and then you be ready to go. Yeah, because that's all that you're good for. I don't really understand what else you expect from me. I've told you several times I don't want to go there with you. So, like, if that's not okay, then we can stop this now. He wanted to be Big Bad Bisha and be like, alright, fuck it. I ain't giving you no more bread. Alright, so this ends the terms right here, right now. Nice knowing you, sayonara. Like, cool. Dubbed his shit. Heavy on the dub. Next thing I know, I started getting edible arrangements sent to my house. Mind you, I'm only 14, 15 at the time, right? My mom is like, who the fuck is sending you edible arrangements? And I was somewhat fairly new to being out to my mom. At this point in time, it had been maybe about like 3 years that she's known that I've like been attracted to men. But of course, like any mom, when she first found out that her child is gay, it takes some time for her to get her mind wrapped around it, right? So this is when she's first starting to like understand and be okay and like, you know, be comfortable with it. So she starts making jokes like, damn, what you do? You put voodoo on somebody? Like, why they sending you edible arrangements? I ain't never get no edible arrangements sent to me. It's like, no. I haven't done anything. And that's what's crazy. Because I didn't even know that this was coming. Like, the fact that I allowed him to know where I live is even worse, because now you can just pop up and like do shit like this and send me edible arrangements when I don't want shit from you. And last time we had a conversation, you didn't want shit from me. So I sent him a text like, hey, please don't send anything else to my house. Like, I don't need this. Like, you could have kept it. I stick by what I'm saying. Like, I'm good. Like, because it's not going to be more than what it already was, which was you giving me money. Like, that's it. Like, I don't want anything else to do with you beyond that. If that's not okay with you, then we don't have to talk. We don't have to be friends. We don't got to be cool. We don't got to be cordial. Don't do shit which involves me. You feel what I'm saying? He's like, oh, I'm not letting up. I'm not giving up. I want you so bad. Da-da-da-da-da. All this thirsty, desperate shit, right? Hence his name is Desperado. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Delete the nigga number on my phone, because back then block wasn't really like a thing. Blocking somebody's number wasn't a thing like that. At least not for me. I didn't even think about blocking somebody's number back then. But I'm walking home from school, mind y'all. He graduated from my high school, so he knows where my school is. He's come to my house before to drop off money, so he knows where my house is. This nigga used to be standing outside the school every day waiting for me. We got out of school at 2:15. He would be waiting across the street from the school buses, standing there looking like a creep, standing by a tree, waiting for me to leave out of school so he can follow me. I used to never leave out of school by myself. Like, if I was walking home or wanted to go downtown with my friends, I was not leaving out of that school building by myself. Because, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? There was one time, this is when the camel's back was broken. I'm in the house. It gotta be like 11 o'clock at night, right? And the way that my room was set up when I was living with my mom, I've been looking at this roll blunt for the last, I don't know how long, telling y'all this story, but I'm about to light it now, so you can light your blunt too, if you haven't already. So it's 11 o'clock at night. I'm in my room, and how my room was at my mom's house, like, the window faced the front of my mom's building, and there's like a one-way street directly in front of my bedroom window. I walk into my room, mind you, lights on, been walking in and out my room for like the past 20 minutes, and then I happen to like graze my eyes out the window, and I see somebody sitting on the sidewalk of the one-way street staring into my window. So I'm like, who the fuck is sitting? Mind you, the neighborhood I grew up in, it's a lot of homeless people, a lot of bums, so you know, it's not foreign to see somebody just homeless, or someone that looks homeless, or just doing their own thing, sit on the ground, high or drunk out of their mind. It wasn't foreign to me, but it's like intriguing, like what the fuck? So I get a little closer look through the window, and I'm like, no way, I know that's not this nigga. Yo, why this man was literally sitting outside of my window? I don't think y'all understand the type of like anxiety that shit gave me, because what are you doing? What are you doing? Mind y'all, this nigga's like 19, almost 20. I'm 15. Sir, you're really not pressed off a 15-year-old like that. Like, you're really not. And we've never had sex before. So what is wrong with you, bro? Like, seriously. I tell my mother immediately, because yeah, nah, that shit is weird, nigga. You're weird. Not after you already have been showing up to my school every day. There was one day where you literally almost followed me home. Like, if I was by myself, you probably would have like pressed the issue more, but because I was with my friends, you kept your distance, trying to make it seem like you were just walking in the same direction. Nigga, nobody's stupid. Please. This nigga popped up at a club one night that I was at, like, try to walk me home. If you don't leave me alone, sir. So I tell my mom, because shit is getting out of hand now. Me thinking I can handle it myself, nah, shit's getting out of hand. You're doing way too much, sir. And I'm feeling very unsafe. So my mom's like, nah, fuck all that. Fuck all that radio shit. We going downtown to the court, and you gonna put in a restraining order. I'm like, a restraining order? Damn, I only heard about them shits on TV. We get downtown. I have to write a whole statement about how, Like everything that I just told you, the track record of him following me, showing up to my school, sitting outside my school, following me home, sitting outside of my mom's apartment, and on the, like, just all the weird shit. Like, you just are sending me edible arrangements, like, all of this weird shit you've been doing, the unwanted attention you've been giving. Yeah, I told the folks. I told them folks I need a restraining order. So now I put the restraining order in. I filed the paperwork. Now, you know, there's a hearing. There's a court date that you have to show up to. Ciao. This nigga lies so badly at this fucking hearing. He tried to say my mom and aunt tried to jump him one day. He just was saying all types of dumb shit trying to cover his ass. But like, sir, none of that makes sense. None of that makes sense. Because if somebody tried to jump you, why are you not sitting outside their window? Like outside of their house, looking through the window. Or trying to look through the window. Like what's your motive? Where are you going with this? Why are you following him home? So yeah, the court ruled in my favor and gave this nigga the motherfucking 50 feet distance. Like, if you come anywhere within his vicinity, if you are near his address, if you are near his school, if you are 50 feet near this man, you're going to jail. That ass was in court mad, kept looking back at me like,
Really? You really doing it? You really doing it?
my mom like,
Don't fucking look at him. Look at him. Don't look at him.
it was me, my mom, and my aunt. I'm like, wow. And mind you, the aunt that he said was trying to jump him, she's never seen him before, and he's never seen her. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Man, that shit had me so motherfucking vexed. Like, get the fuck on, sir. So now the restraining order is in full effect, right? And I'm just like, okay, now we good, now we cool. Now I don't gotta worry about this nigga, because if he come anywhere near me, I'm calling them boys on him. Why? Maybe like a few weeks later, maybe a month later. It could have been just like the summer after that school year or something like that. But me and my mom, we sit on the porch, and this nigga walks past our house. Wherever you're going, there's so many different streets and avenues and ways that you can get there besides walking down my street. But you obviously wanted to walk down the street just to see if I was gonna be outside, if you was gonna notice my mom's car. Like, I'm sure you were being weird. I'm almost positive. Cause as you're walking, you're like trying to look at my building, but not make it obvious while you walking across the street. Like, he's across the street and this is us, and he's like, my mom like, look at this fucking weirdo. Look at him. Look at him. He's like, I'm about to call the cops. I'm about to call the cops. I'm like, nah. Don't do it. Don't even do it. It ain't even that deep. He's obviously just very like desperate and thirsty. If he crossed the street, alright, call him. Cause he clearly he's seeking attention. So you calling the cops is showing him that like we're feeding into him, and we see him, and I don't see him. I see nobody. So nah, we not calling no cops. That shit was so crazy though. Like, imagine walking into your room. Shit, I could have been naked coming out the shower, and like this nigga's just across the street staring into my window, sitting on the sidewalk, looking like he's trying to meditate. What the fuck do you have going on? You fucking crazy ass psycho. Nah, y'all, I don't think you understand. He was mad crazy. Like, seriously. Something was really wrong with him. But yeah, as you can see, I didn't even start fucking smoking. Like, I was so caught up in telling y'all the story that I never even lit the blunt. So, I'ma spark this, and then I'ma get on out of here. So I hope y'all enjoyed. I don't know if any of y'all have dealt with a stalker or someone that would never leave you alone. If you have, please tell me in the comments, because we could talk about it. We could definitely talk about it, because clearly I've been through the same shit. Niggas is crazy.
If you're deciding to let it go, it's getting
But as I say every week, step up to the mic and let them know you got soul. And I'll see y'all next week. We out.
Oscar nominated, heavy on the missing you, wishing it was different than what it was. Said I'm tired of pretending, I'm lost in the lie of us. Lost, ain't no finding us. And if you wondered if I hate you, shitty of you to make me feel what I would do to make you feel.
Honestly, I know things are gonna happen overnight.